ROI is sort of shifting from, you know, I saved some money, so cost savers, to how do I how do I generate revenue? How do I create new products? How do I create some very significant value beyond just cost savings? How do you see that? How are your clients sort of thinking about that and talking about it?
Well, first of all, everyone wants to create the self-funding roadmap. And that's a conversation that we always have with clients. Yeah, it's a good sales pitch, but I think it's extremely plausible right now.
Mm,
And
mm,
fortunately or unfortunately, cost savings often comes back to a labor question. How can we bend the cost curve there? The sort of intelligent systems, where does this either sort of allow us to not hire additional labor but continue to grow the business, or where does it offer the opportunity to take some cost out? I think that, to say we're moving from one sort of mindset to the other, I don't quite agree with. I think it's an and. I think that's the conversation that we get into. What's fascinating is we have run into clients who have said, "Hey, in their business, they are seeing revenue opportunities and they don't know how to sort of scale it." So they're coming back and saying, the first question now is no longer just the cost takeout. So again, I don't see it as we're moving from one to the other. I see it as an and, but I see most senior leaders now are asking the and question because they're seeing the revenue opportunities that this may unlock, which is awesome, right? That's the sort of message that gets people excited, as opposed to this, where can we sort of take labor out of our business? So I think it's both. And I think the opportunities are there, and I think the executives are seeing both right now.
Yeah, if you're imagining a world where intelligence is cheap and abundant, there are all kinds of new products and services just about anyone can offer on top of whatever they're doing today. And so, you start with that mindset of, of the universe of things that I do, which things benefit the most from abundant intelligence that's online and ready to go at any time, and that creates the ability to to start thinking about new offers, and new ways of doing business. It's probably best done by thinking of a few examples, like in scenarios, but the the historical pattern of I can't talk to every one of my customers the way I want to talk to them, because each customer ideally would be treated individually, and if I can treat each customer as an individual, knowing their exact issues, their concerns, I could improve the service that I provide them, right? And so there's a if you're in the business of a help desk, obviously there's, becoming cost efficient at doing that. But if you're in the business where every interaction with the customer is an opportunity to, uh, surprise and delight them with something additional, and some of those things generate revenue behalf, right? That's a great intersection to be in, where suddenly the addition of intelligence to that conversation, where the customer is no longer waiting on hold, the customer is not waiting for somebody to return some information to them. They're able to very quickly um, get the personalized response they need, and move through the process to get to some results that they're looking for.